Walsh for North Metro TV. Glad to be here at Centennial Sports Arena as the Panthers, coming in a record of 6-12 overall, will take on the Cougars, a record of 13-4-1. The winner to play on Saturday against the winner of either the Blaine Bengals or the Osseo Orioles. As we are set to go, Brody Pass, the center for today's matchup against Jacob Fritz for Spring Lake Park. Spring Lake Park, the red uniforms, blue lettering, or white lettering, blue trim. Centennial, white uniforms, anthracite lettering and red trim, and we're underway as the Panthers dump it into the zone and dump it onto Leo Troji. Troji, the senior, out front, 8-4-1 record on the season as the puck's up back out to center and picked up here by A.J. Lemaire, and he'll dump it up the ice now for Henry Bartle, coming up ahead of the pack. Trying to get around that defense back behind the net. It's tipped away by Wyatt Noble, the starting defenseman for Spring Lake Park, and it's knocked out to the line, but not out. Now the Panthers do clear. This is Gavin Forga, the senior, putting a shot on net. Trogi able to make the save. On the season, 3.40 goals allowed average. 87.2% saves for Trogi. As the puck dumped back and now pushed up near center ice for Connor Thompson, but it rolls off his stick. And now tipped around. Nearly picking it up was Pass, but instead going the other way. Here comes Fritz on the right wing side. Quick shot. And the save made by Andy Julberg for Spring Lake Park. His first save of the day. Centennial, a record of 13-4-1, as we mentioned, coming off a 6-0 loss to Andover. As this is cleared out, and we've got a whistle that's into the benches. So a face-off coming up. Spring Lake Park, 6-12 overall. All the games for both of these teams were in conference, so their overall record and conference records are the same. Spring Lake Park, a 7-6 loss to Osseo in their last game, and that actually decided who was going to play here tonight. Spring Lake Park lost 7-6. If Osseo had lost that game, quick shot there by Jordan Newpower for Centennial. And the save made by Julberg. If Spring Lake Park had defeated Osseo, we would have been watching the Orioles here tonight. Instead, it's the Panthers and the Cougars. Face-off controlled by Spring Lake Park. John Ross sending it around on the near side in a race to the puck. Connor Thompson to it, and then tipped around on the near far side, rather. Newpower has it now for Centennial as he comes into the zone. Had to fight off some traffic there. Newpower still with it. Now he drops it out front, trying to get it to A.J. Carls, but it was tipped away from him as Leighton Long tries to clear the zone. Everson keeps it in for Centennial, 5'10" junior defenseman. And now Carls brings it in right out in front. A shot and a save is made by Andy Julberg. Julberg, the senior, 6-11-0. A high goals allowed average, 7.03 on the season, and just 82.5% saves. Taking a lot of shots on the season. Leo Troji for Centennial has taken 320 shots on the season. Julberg, by comparison, has taken 684 and takes another one there from Carter Korkowski for Centennial, and we'll have a face-off on the near side. And we're seeing that play out already. Already 6 shots on goal for Centennial, just 1 for Spring Lake Park. Face-off controlled by Spring Lake Park. Ben Wackman takes it, now dumps it off behind to Fritz. And cleared out. Korkowski unable to keep it in, but keeps it along the near wall. And now tipped away as Caden Carson dumps it down and back behind the net as Mason Wistersill has it for Centennial, and around now to Drake Ramirez, who's trying to clear it out of the zone. Wistersill with it again. And now back out to center. Here comes Isaac Ankrum, dropping it off now for Anderson, who brings it into the zone. Anderson will throw one on net, and the save made by Julberg, already his 7th save of the night. And now cleared out. We'll have an icing here with 14 minutes or so remaining in the first period. Centennial putting the pressure on Andy Julberg. As we mentioned, Leo Troji, 41 goals, 279 saves on the season, 320 total shots. Julberg, meanwhile, 120 goals and 564 saves on the season. So a lot of goals given up, but an awful lot of shots against this Spring Lake Park defense. So sometimes the numbers reflect a player, and sometimes it reflects more than that, as it's Gavin Forga, the senior, bringing it in for Spring Lake Park. 13:45 to play here in our first period. No score here in the section quarterfinal. Scramble out front, and the Cougars are able to tip it away as Jacob Hoylo will clear the zone and bring it all the way in before dropping it off to Van Tassel. Centering pass by Van Tassel got tipped, and now here's Bartle. Henry Bartle out front, tried to give it back to Van Tassel out front, but it was tipped away. Now the Panthers are able to clear again, and this will be, I believe, well, they're going to wave the icing off, and so Troji has to clear it away. Bartle back the other way for Centennial, skates through a double team. Still with the puck is Bartle. Couldn't get anything on it. Nice play by Wackman to knock the puck away. And now wrapped around Bartle, has it come off his stick and back out to center, and the Cougars will regroup. And that one played off the high wall, nearly went into the seating area. They were ready for it. Well, Bartle kicks it back in, but controlled by Wackman. 12:43 to play, and we've got a whistle and another icing, so the face-off will come back to our left in the Spring Lake Park zone. Good pace to this one so far. 7 shots on goal for Centennial. Still just the single shot for Spring Lake Park. Jacob Fritz to take the face-off against Connor Thompson for Centennial. And the Panthers win it, but it's controlled by Jordan Newpower. As Newpower sends it out to the left wing now for Korkowski. Nice job keeping that in now as it goes out to Everson. Now it's tipped away. Here comes Justin Boyd. All alone, brings it in, and a shot off the shoulder of Troji. Second save of the day for Leo Troji, and that one was mano a mano with Boyd. And a nice play there to keep this scoreless here with 12:05 to play here in our first period. Here's A.J. Carls, unable to control it. Wackman hits the other way. Up to Forga, and now clipped away there as Newpower back the other way. 2-on-2. Nice poke check there by Brendan Geiselhart. Takes it off the stick, but Centennial continues to control as Newpower tries to send it out front for Carls. That's tipped out front and controlled by Wackman again as he will flip it over the Panther bench for a stoppage here. 11:35 to play in the period. Of course, we are still currently limited to 250 spectators here tonight, and that will remain in effect until right around the time of the boys state hockey tournament, and it sounds like there will be still limited opportunities, but more opportunities to see games after April 1st. As this one played in the neutral zone and now dumped into the Centennial zone. 11:20 to play as it's Lemaire, A.J. Lemaire picking it up, unable to clear. Flipped back in by Wyatt Noble for Spring Lake Park. Now controlled again by Lemaire. He'll bring it back out to center. Lemaire, a big hit along the wall by Noble, but Centennial controls as Peyton Blair with it. In the corner, Blair gets it back now. Onto the far side now for Anderson. And Blair again. Walking in, turnaround shot. And knocked away, rebound out in front, and it's covered up by Andy Julberg. Good opportunity there for Centennial, but unable to get the goal in the net. Now 9 shots on goal here in our first 6 minutes and 16 seconds. So the faceoff will come to the right of Julberg here. 10:44 to play in our first period. Pass Pass will take the face-off against Fritz for Spring Lake Park. Spring Lake Park wins the draw, as Fritz will have it in the corner. Nice move to bring it back out to center, and that's where it's taken away by Everson. Up the ice to Pass. Pass as it tipped around and now picked up by Bartle. Bartle has it taken away. Ben Wackman now. And Wackman gives off now to Blake Lewick. It's the first time we've said his name. He's the leading scorer for Spring Lake Park, and he has hardly had the puck so far here in this first 7 minutes. Pass as it tipped away. Wackman back the other way, and he'll just dump it in, and they're going to say that was tipped, so no icing against the Panthers. Van Tassel now. Off to Pass. Give back to Van Tassel, and now to Pass again. And now back out to the left point. Kurkowski, a one-timer, and a save by Juleberg. .9:33 to play. 10-2 now. Shots on goal as Centennial got 6 of the first 7 and have not looked back, although none of them has lit the lamp. Nice job by Kurkowski to keep it in now for New Power. Centennial consistently pressuring this defense for Spring Lake Park. Now right out in front, a one-timer there by Connor Thompson. And now tipped away and out. Cougars maintain control. I don't think that was touched. It wasn't. So we'll have a face-off back in the Cougar zone after icing. And the draw won by Thompson of Centennial, and now into the near corner as New Power clears it out. Now for Hoylo. Hoylo up the ice now to Carls. And tipped around and cleared out as Carson will have it now for Spring Lake Park, and it's immediately taken off his stick by New Power. Coming up on the halfway mark of this first period as Thompson will bring it in for Centennial. Centering pass. Well, he put a shot on. I'm not sure. Looked like originally might be a centering pass, but instead thrown on the net. Juleberg makes the save. And then the net comes off the moorings. Or the magnets, I guess. They don't have moorings anymore in hockey. Mooring is a much more fun word to say than magnet, though, so we're going to keep going with it. 8:37 to go, first period. And the face-off in the neutral zone. And there's Lemaire off the Centennial win. And now Hoylo dumping it in. Geiselhart will meet the puck, but the puck rolls past him, and now Anderson with the puck. Sends it across, open now on the far side. That's Hoylo, and a shot, and a goal! Centennial is on the board. First time tonight, and the goal by Isaac Ankrum, his 4th goal of the season. And the first playoff tally for either team here in this one as Ankrum will get his 4th goal of the year. 1-0 Centennial. As the goal coming at 8:41 of the first period.
Scoring for Centennial at 8:48 of the first period. Number 6.
As this one right out in front again. Centennial wasting no time.
And number 28, Kate Anderson.
New Power and Kate Anderson getting the assist on that goal by Ankrum.
Time to goal, 8:45.
Centennial winning the draw here. So Ankrum getting the goal, his 4th goal of the season. New Power his 10th assist. Anderson his 7th assist. As this one around to the far side, Van Tassel giving off now to Bartle. Bartle trying to get around the check of Noble. And a big hit in the corner, and Bartle goes down but immediately gets up. As Everson will play it back at center ice for pass. That's tipped away. Forga dumps it in and a race to the puck. Fritz will be the first to get there. Had a centering pass opportunity to Leighton Long, who was out front but couldn't pull the trigger, and now a shot by Fritz and the glove saved by Troji. Third shot on goal for Spring Lake Park. And this draw won by Connor Thompson for Centennial. And up the ice pass, tipped around. It comes to Carls, who's behind the defense, but Wackman draws it away. Carl's still with it. He fires a high wrister. It'll come all the way out to the blue line. Far side is Thompson. And now New Power checked into the boards and cleared for Spring Lake Park as Leighton Long will dump it all the way down the ice. Change coming here for Spring Lake Park. Still with it, though, is Fritz, the one player who didn't come out of the ice for Spring Lake Park. And now back the other way is New Power. New Power trying to get around the check there from Trig Oberg, the junior. And now the puck tipped out. Chasing it here is Brock Larson. And Larson a shot on net. And Troji makes the save. Held in the zone by Larson again. Larson walks into the high slot and a wrist shot just wide. Couple of good opportunities here for the Panthers, and now a centering pass picked off by Carls. Carls will try to weave through the defense and does. Walks all the way in, but has it tipped away. Nice defensive play there by St. Martin. And cleared, but not out. Here's Everson holding it in, weaving through the defense. Centers it out front for New Power. That gets rejected. And Larson will clear it, dumping it all the way down the ice, and we'll have another icing. 5:43 to play in the first. Centennial up on the scoreboard, 1-0. Shots on goal favoring the Cougars 12-4. Ankrum will take the draw this time for Centennial. Looks like it'll be Fritz again for Spring Lake Park. As the Panthers trying to clear, unable to do so, Ankrum keeps it in momentarily, and now it's cleared, and behind the defense is Carson. And Carson had it roll off the stick, and that allows Centennial to regroup. And now the puck coming all the way out. Olberg unable to control. Here comes Lemaire. Centering pass inside to Peyton Blair. Blair still with it. He tries to center it out front. Backhand try for Anderson is wide. Blair off the rebound, couldn't control. And now picked up by Wistersill. And now dumped the other way. And cleared by Carson. They'll wave the icing off as right in the area of a couple of Centennial players. Here comes Everson. Everson still with the puck. Now a centering pass for Anderson, and he couldn't control it. Now it comes on the near side for Everson, and that one goes wide. 4.5 minutes to play here in the first period. 1-0 Centennial here in this Section 5 Class 2A quarterfinal matchup. Anderson gets behind the defense, and now a centering pass to Blair, and a save made by Juleberg. Good game so far for Andy Juleberg. 1 goal allowed, 13 saves so far. Troji, only 4 saves. Had 1 shot that was particularly good. Pass to take the face-off now against Justin Boyd. And Pass wins the face-off. Big blast off the face-off by Lemaire. Now Bartle dumping in the corner. Now centers it right out in front. Van Tassel a goal. Owen Van Tassel, his 17th goal of the year. And it's 2-0. .12:51, the time of the goal. .16 regular season goals. And add one now in the playoffs. And it makes it 2-0. Great pass right out in front for to get that puck to Van Tassel all alone. And not much Julberg could do about that one.
Scoring for Centennial at 12:51 of the first period, number 11, Henry Bartle.
And they will say that Bartle, and there's another goal. Brody pass.
And number 37, Jake Bartle. That's Bartle. The passing Bartle, 9 goals, 12:51.
So no more than Bartle gets the goal there. And Centennial gets another one. That one coming just 19 seconds later, 13-10 to make it 3-0. As this will be an icing called against Centennial. So, one goal in the first 14 shots allowed, but back-to-back goals on back-to-back shots for Centennial to give them a 3-0 lead. 3:44 to go here in the first period.
Scoring for Centennial at 13:10 of the first period, number 4, Brody Pass. Assist to number 11, Henry Bartle, and number 18, Owen Van Tassel. That's Pass.
So Pass gets the goal, his 6th goal of the season.
13-10.
And Van Tassel gets the assist on the 3rd goal. So Bartle gets a goal, and then 19 seconds later, the assist. Pass gets the assist on goal number 2, and then scores the goal for number 3. 3 minutes to play here in the period. Korkowski out front. Tipped out front and wide. Carls will bring it around. Trying to get it to the middle, and a lot of traffic there as it's tipped back out to center. Wistersill will give off to Thompson. Now picked up by Carls. And back now to Thompson, and the blast is wide. Wistersill at center. And a change coming here for Centennial. As Spring Lake Park back to receive the puck, and Larson will roll it around. Far side, this is played off the wall for Drake Ramirez now, 1-on-2. Poked off his stick by Wackman. And cleared out to center. Picked up here by Everson as we reach 2 minutes remaining in the period. Bouncing puck, Larson tried to pick it up in the high slot, but bounced right over his stick. Final 2 minutes of period number 1, Centennial and Spring Lake Park. 1 goal earlier and 2 quick ones for Centennial, and nearly a wraparound try there by Anderson, but got tipped off his stick before he could punch it in. Now Hoylo with the puck, and it'll roll away from him. Oberg will play it off the wall, but not out as Ramirez keeps it in. Off to Everson. And now Ankrum centers it. Well, it got tipped right towards the net, and Julberg able to keep it from rattling off that post. And now Anderson, the turnaround on the wrister, knocked away. Forgo will bring it back down to 1:10 remaining in the period. As the puck dumped in, partial change coming here for Spring Lake Park. 1 minute to play here in our first period. 3-0 in favor of the number 2 seeded Centennial Cougars. Here comes Brody Pass with the puck. That's tipped away from him by Noble, but right behind him is Bartle picking it up. Bartle walking in, tried to get it to Pass, and now that was tipped away into the corner. Bartle stays with it. Well, that rolls away, trying to get it back to Van Tassel, and now walking in was Pass, but lost the puck. 29 seconds to go. First period, Korkowski. What a pass, and Bartle has it go past him. Chasing it quickly is Lemaire. He'll bring it all the way back behind the net. 15 seconds to play. Up the ice pass to Pass. And now to Bartle, who brings it in. Bartle trying to skate through a double team. Dropped it back for Van Tassel. Rebound out in front. And it's going to be, I believe, Pass again with another goal. Brody Pass was out in front. We'll see who gets credit for it. Pass was out front. Bartle was near the play. I don't know if Pass touched it or not, so we'll wait. It looks like Bartle was leading the group out front. If it is Bartle, no matter who it is, it'll be somebody's third point of the night. That coming at 16:55 of the first period. And the final sound of the horn.
For Centennial at 16:56 of the first period. His second goal of the evening, number 11.
And it will be Bartle, number 11.
Assist to number 4, Brody Pass. And number 18, Van Tassel.
So Pass and Van Tassel will get credit for the assist. So Van Tassel now with 2 assists on the night. Bartle with 2 goals and an assist. And Pass with 2 assists and a goal. And with that, we will break at our first intermission. Centennial out in front, 4-0 after 1. You're watching high school hockey, the Section 5 AA playoffs here on North Metro TV. And we're back here once again at the Centennial Sports Arena. Nick Walsh with you as 4-0. Centennial has the lead over Spring Lake Park after 1. As goals scored by Isaac Ankarum, Henry Bartle with 2, and Brody Pass with a goal as well. At least that was the announcement. I think goal number 2 may be in dispute. They gave the goal to Bartle, but it looked pretty clearly Van Tassel from here, but the official scoring is Bartle with 2 goals, Pass with a goal, and Ankrum with a goal, as Bartle and Pass each with already 3 points on the night. Centennial will shoot left to right here in the second period. Spring Lake Park will skate right to left across your television screen, or computer screen, if you will, maybe your cell phone. Whatever device you might be using to watch here in the second period, Centennial is going left to right across it, and Spring Lake Park right to left. Leo Troji, 4 saves in the first period for Centennial. Andy Julberg, 16 saves despite the 4 goals allowed so far, and we've got a whistle right away and an icing. We did not have a penalty in our first period, so from a cleanliness standpoint, pretty neatly done between these two teams. Brody Pass to take the face-off against Brock Larson for Spring Lake Park. And for the most part, it was a pretty free-flowing first period. This one right out in front. A chance there for Jacob Fritz, but that's tipped away. And now here comes Centennial as Henry Bartle on the left wing side, trying to put it on net, and he does. And Julberg makes the save, his 17th of the game so far. The winner moving on to the Section 5 AA semifinals. One will be here on Saturday afternoon. As the puck back behind the net off the face-off, controlled by Centennial. Pass on the far wing side, gives off to Bartle. And taken away by Lewick. And now tipped around and cleared. Centennial's done a nice job offensively, but they have also done a very solid job defensively. This is the icing call. We'll bring it all the way back into the Panther zone for the face-off. The leading scorer for Spring Lake Park this season is Blake Lewick, who has 40 points, including 22 goals. Next leading scorer, as far as goals scored, is Brock Larson with 13, and then Jacob Fritz with 10. But Lewick has been really held without much. In fact, he's touching the puck. We've only said his name 2 or 3 times, and that's not a good sign for Spring Lake Park. They need Lewick and that front line, along with Fritz and Forga, Larson as well, to be controlling that puck. And Centennial has been able to keep Lewick from doing much with the puck so far in this first period. Face-off will be to the right side of Julberg, and it's won by Centennial. Here's Everson with a blast. And off the rebound, tipped to the far side for Carls. He puts a wrist shot on. Julberg makes the save. The rebound pushed around the boards. Everson will keep it in the zone. Now for New Power. And it's tipped away from him and played off the boards and out as Everson pushes it right back in. Long shift here as Carls picking up the puck. Carl's still with it. Now a wrist shot and knocked away with the pad by Julberg. New Power tips it out front, and the shot is wide. Connor Thompson with the opportunity, and all the way back down the ice is Leighton Long will hustle all the way down for Spring Lake Park, but also Hoylo. And now Everson back there as well. Spring Lake Park will change as here comes Everson again. And cleared out again by the Panthers, but chased here by Korkowski. 14:25 to play, second period. Carls controls for Centennial behind his own net. That's poked away from him by Oberg. Everson back to play the puck. Everson's been very active here in this second period, the early goings. Korkowski will send it around to the near side for Carls. And back the other side. New Power has it go past him, and it'll go all the way to Julberg, who will cover up. Centennial outpacing Spring Lake Park now by 20 on the shots on goal, 24-4. Spring Lake Park yet to have a shot here in this second period. Centennial with 4. Ankrum to take the face-off this time for Centennial. And he controls it initially. And now here comes Forga back the other way. 4-on-2 right now for Spring Lake Park. He drops it off to Fritz. Fritz into the far corner as he goes down, courtesy of a hit from Drake Ramirez. And back into the zone by Carls and covered up again by Julberg. As the face-off pulled down and won by Centennial. Quick backhander by Ankrum is wide. And into the corner now. Everson brings it around to the near far side and now out to Anderson. Anderson waits and shoots. And in through traffic, got all the way through to Julberg, but he makes the save. And now cleared back out to center. Caden Carson for Spring Lake Park, but he's taken out of the play by Ramirez. As Ankrum back the other way. And there's Everson again with the puck up for Ramirez. Nice play there by Noble to knock the puck back in, but Everson is there. And now Wistersill up the ice for Anderson. Another shot that's tipped away. He stays with it, now gives off to Everson. And now a centering pass goes all the way through. Wistersill was waiting all alone on the backside, and now this one jumps right up into Julberg's breadbasket. And pretty relentless here so far in the first 5.5 minutes. Check that, 4.5 minutes. 12:35 to play in our second period. Centennial now outshoot. Face-off will come to the far side. Well, we've got a conversation over on the far side with Addison DeBoer, the head coach for Spring Lake Park. As one of the officials taking exception with something that looks like it must have happened in this far side, pointing across the blue line to the far side, and referee giving him space to have this conversation. And like any good conversation between a referee and a coach, it appears the referee has won the conversation. Still waiting for the first time to see a referee say, you know what, you're right. And that's not to degrade the officials by any means. It's just that that's their call. Whatever they see is what it is. As this is Forga bringing it back through. Still with the puck, getting behind the defense, putting a shot on. And Troji makes the save here with 12:07 to play in the second period. That's the first shot on goal of the second period for Spring Lake Park. 7-1 on the tally so far in the period. And the face-off will come inside the Centennial zone. We haven't had many of these here in the second period, at least. As this one's cleared out, and look out, here's Carls ahead of the pack, walking in, and a slap shot and a goal! A.J. Carls, his 16th goal of the season, and Centennial leads it 5-0. You could see that one developing all the way back as soon as Centennial won the faceoff, as Carls was leaking out into the neutral zone, and the scoring for Centennial coming at 5:01. And it should be Carls. But we'll wait for the official call.
Scoring for Centennial at 5:01 of the second period, number 23, A.J. Carls. Assist to number 14, A.J. Lemaire. That's Carls with the Cougars.
Lemaire getting the single assist for Lemaire, his 15th assist of the season without a goal. 15 assists for the senior defenseman. Meanwhile, here comes Spring Lake Park as Forga into the corner now for Boyd, and losing that puck as Carl's back the other way. And a centering pass intended for Wistersill, just wide, and Oberg picks it off. Across for Wackman now. Wackman plays it off the back wall for Lewick. Lewick centers it out front, but Oberg unable to hold the puck, and now here comes Carls the other way. And now played back on the far side. This is Ross. Ross now for Oberg. Centennial a partial change here. And now Spring Lake Park will change as well, as Ankrum with the puck for the Cougars. Taken away here by Fritz. Fritz has it poked away, his pass across for Carson. Well, now Wistersill waits for Blair. Now out front, and a shot, and it's off the post. A.J. Lemaire nearly had that first goal of the year. Instead, it's an icing all the way down. And boy, that was clean, as A.J. Lemaire had some space and rang the dinner bell off the post. And so we'll have a face-off here with 10:13 remaining in the period. I saw A.J. on the bench. I'm sure he was hoping just as much for that first goal, but Any goal scorer's worst nightmare is the clang of that sound. You won't get that sound out of your head. As this one out front, and a shot is wide here by Kate Anderson. Under 10 minutes to play, second period. 5-0 Centennial now. Goals by Ankrum, Bartle, Pass, Bartle, and Carls. Puck caught in the corner, now picked up here by Ramirez. And a pass comes out to Anderson and right into the glove of Julberg. Shot number 29 on the night so far for Centennial. The face-off again controlled by Centennial. Brendan Hemmer, the 6-foot junior defenseman, had it. And now flip back out to center. This is going to go all the way down, but on net. And so Troji has to play it away. And it ended up on the stick from Lewick, but he wasn't able to get much of it. It was a bouncing puck, and it rolls right to Troji. Face-off will come in the Centennial zone, though. Both teams changing here. And the face-off controlled by Centennial as Lemaire plays it around to the far side now for Bartle. Up the ice to Pass. He tips it down the ice. This will go all the way to the corner. Leighton Long also there for Spring Lake Park. Big pile up there. Van Tassel comes out with it. Tries to center it, but nobody was there except for Lewick. And back into the corner it goes now for Van Tassel. Bartle now with it. Across to Lemaire. Off the wall, trying to get it back to Van Tassel. It was poked away. Bartle in the neutral zone. We're halfway home in this one. 8.5 minutes to go in our second period. 5-0 Centennial. They scored 4 in the first. They've got 1 here so far in the second. And Bartle's got 2 of them. And that one tipped away for Fritz. Fritz tries to center it out in front and reaching down to cover it after Lewick backhanded toward the net, and Troji covers up. Winner to take on the winner of the game between Blaine and Osseo. As the puck cleared back out to center ice. And picked up here by Connor Thompson, and now across to Everson. Under 8 minutes to go, second period. And now that puck rolls to John Ross for Spring Lake Park, up to Oberg, and now taken away once again, A.J. Carls. Scored the last goal for Centennial and brings it in a slot, and that one gets away, and Julberg covers up. And now we got some pushing and shoving in the corner. Look like Wyatt Noble, maybe. Check that, John Ross in the corner against Connor Thompson for Centennial. Nothing too major, and back to work we go. Thompson will take the face-off against Larson for the Panthers. Tipped around. Oh, quick wrist shot there by Newpower. Rolled right to him. Now this one thrown in the middle, and it's picked up by Fritz. And Fritz, oh, that was played by Everson. He got away with maybe a bit of a high stick as he played that puck. Play continues here. Big pile up, chased here by Wackman and also Carls for Centennial. Into that near corner and cleared out by Oberg. This is Hoylo. Tip to the far side for Carls. 2-on-2. Carls walks in, a shot and a goal. Second in a row for A.J. Carls, and he makes it 6-0. 10:04, the time of the goal. And Carls gets his second of the game, his 17th of the season. Snipe shot right over the shoulder. And a 6-0 lead here for Centennial. As Hemmer has it, now sending it across for Korkowski off the goal as Ramirez with a shot on. And now Carson trying to clear, unable to do so. Ramirez gets it back and now tipped away by Noble. Under 7 minutes to play, 6.5 to be specific. This is going to be cleared all the way down the ice, and we'll have an icing call. 6:27 to play in the second period. Ramirez versus Boyd in the draw.
Scoring for Centennial at 10:04 of the second period is second goal of leading number 23, A.J. Carl.
This one tipped out in front, Ramirez.
Number 37, Jake Carl, and number 10, Connor Thompson. That's Cardinals of the Cougars from Hoylo and Thompson. That's the goal, 10:04.
As Hoylo getting an assist, also Connor Thompson an assist. Hoylo his 7th assist of the year. Thompson his 17th and first of the night tonight. As the faceoff will come back in the Panther zone again. Oh, and right out front, that one tipped by Ramirez. And now back the other way. Here comes Spring Lake Park as Fritz. He'll take a wrist shot from top of the circle. And now tipped off the wall, but held in the zone, and right back to Fritz, but he couldn't get a shot off. He gets it back a third time. Now tipped out in front. Long tipped it wide. Still can't clear it as Centennial. Fritz brings it to the corner again. Under 5.5 minutes to play here in the second. 6-0 Centennial. Tipped right out in front. A chance there for Fritz as he's had about 3 opportunities on this trip down the ice. And now finally controlled by Wistersill. Off to Blair. 3-on-2 for Centennial. Blair bringing it in. And now losing the edge and picked up by Wackman. And Fritz again. He'll dump it in, but he's pretty gassed, and a full change coming here for Spring Lake Park. Blair with it now the other way. For Parkinson. And offsides is the call. We have had very few whistles in this game. Parkinson called for offsides. I'm not so sure that's not the first offsides call. Maybe one other one in the game, but overall it has been a smooth-paced game thus far here with 4:45 to play in the second period. Everson trying to dump it in, and Boyd keeps it out, but Bartle will control. Off now for Hoylo. Everson. And back the other way, Mason White. And bring it back out, and now turning around, Owen Van Tassel giving off to Bartle. Number 1 line here for Centennial in the game. Hoylo now with it, fires it all the way through. A rebound by Bartle on the weak side and just missed wide. As it comes all the way back out, Mason White. We've got a delayed offside, I believe, and now touched up is Spring Lake Park, but Centennial controls. Under 4 minutes now to play in the period. Shots on goal, Centennial 33, Spring Lake Park 7. Bartle. Cross tried to get it to Van Tassel. It was tipped away by Carson. Now Korkowski will throw it back in. 3.5 minutes to play. There's Forga in the far corner, battling with Wistersill. Now picked up by Bartle, still in the game here. Long shift here. As this one's played all the way up, and now Korkowski back to play it as Spring Lake Park changing on that. And now dumped all the way down. This is going to be an icing. And Korkowski threw it to the far side. I think he figured somebody was going to be there to slow it down, but nobody was, and so that turns into an icing against Centennial. And the face-off controlled by the Cougars. And tipped back out to center. New Power with it ahead of the pack. Now drops it off for Korkowski. And he got tied up on the play. Nice play there by Leighton Long. Has the puck now on the near side and dumped back out to center. Hemmer will have it there. And he'll wrap it around the boards. Centennial in the midst of a partial change. Coming out to Lemaire. He'll try a one-timer. That's knocked down but not covered by Julberg. Played here by Max New Power. Check that Jordan New Power. And now a shot on. Rebounded on the weak side by Larson. And now Noble keeps it into the far side, but Hemmer will have it there. That's Forga. Tied up along the far side. This will be picked up by Larson. Dumped back in. Here comes Hemmer with it. He gets it up the ice now to Ankrum. Ankrum walks in, now back to Hemmer. And now on the rebound, tipped away as A.J. Carls might have the hat trick. The natural, 3 in a row for A.J. Carls. It'll be at 15-13. So Carls on the 3 goals here in the second period. We'll wait for the official call, but I believe that's going to be, well, we've got a hat on the ice. At least I'm not the only one that thinks it's a hat trick. Just one hat. Not multiple hats, just one. So 1:45 to play in the period and a 7-0 matchup right now.
The second period is third goal of the evening, number 23, A.J. Carl. Assist to number 3, Brendan Hemmer, and number 6, Isaac Ankrum. That's Carls of the Cougars from Hemmer and Ankrum, time of the goal.
And so Hemmer gets his first assist of the night. He's got 6 now in the season. Ankrum his first assist as well. He's got 11 now in the season. And now we've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 players who have gotten into the scoring tally, either with a goal or an assist so far tonight. .118 to play here in the second period. And this one out front. Wrist shot goes high by Wistersill. And now back the other way is Fritz. That's taken away. Lemaire with it. Lemaire has got an assist tonight.
1 minute remaining.
1 minute remains here in the second period. Anderson with it. Centering pass and another wrist shot by Wistersill. And again high with it as it's picked up by Ankrum. Ankrum flips it to the far wall, trying to keep it alive. Waiting for it there was Ross. Taking away from him is Anderson. Another centering pass. That one was tipped away. Spring Lake Park the other way. Here's Fritz. And that's poked off his stick nicely by Lemaire. Just not a lot of room to operate tonight for Spring Lake Park. Picked up here by Wistersill. See if he tries to twist another wrister off. Well, this time he centers it for Lemaire, and that's a drive just wide. And Lemaire still looking for that elusive first goal of the season, and that one pretty close too. He rang off the post earlier tonight. And another shot goes wide. Final seconds will tick off, and we have reached the end of our second period. And after two, the Centennial Cougars with a 7-0 lead over the Spring Lake Park Panthers. We'll take a break and come back with the third period after this. You're watching high school hockey, the Section 5 AA first round playoffs here on North Metro TV.
An apple core or potato peels. That leftover pizza you promised you'd eat.
Ew!
Those dirty napkins and paper towels. Stop treating us like garbage. Did you know up to 30% of what you're throwing away could be composted? Composting gives your discards new life, which can be used to improve soil. To learn more about the new organics drop-off programs available throughout the county and get your free starter kit, go to anokacounty.us/organics.
And we are back here at the Centennial Sports Arena. Time now for the third period as Centennial with a 7-0 lead over Spring Lake Park. Shots on goal favoring the Centennial Cougars by a 20-9. Check that, a 39-9 advantage. It was 20-4 after one. Centennial with 19 shots on goal in the second. Spring Lake Park had 5 shots in goal for the second for a total of 9. As the Cougars with 4 goals in the first period, 3 more in the second. A.J. Carls with a hat trick in the third period. He scores at 5:01, 10:04, and 15:13. As we are underway in the third, and of course, with State High School League rules, it is running time here in the third period when the score is 6 or more goals differential. As Bartle will have the puck. Van Tassel back to Bartle. That's tipped off his stick. And Fritz will have it. Up the ice pass nicely to Larson. Back to Fritz, and the pass overled. Other goals today as this one out in front and then tipped away. Ankrum got the first goal of the day. Bartle was credited with the second goal. Pass with goal number 3, and Bartle got the goal with 5 seconds to go, the 4th goal of the first period. And as I mentioned, Carl's, and I'm just noticing as this is back now to Kurkowski and now Everson, how evenly spaced Carl scored those 3 goals. He scored the first goal at 5:01. The second goal of the game was at 10, or of the period, I should say, was at 10:04. So that was 5 minutes and 3 seconds after the first goal, as Carl's coming through. And the third goal was at 15:13, which means he scored his goals at 5:01, and then 5 minutes and 3 seconds after that, and then 5 minutes and 9 seconds after that. So pretty well spaced as this one right into the red basket of Troji. And the clock will continue to run here, 15:13 and counting here in the third period. Spring Lake Park has the only 2 shots on goal here in the third period thus far. As this one too far, this is going to be an icing, and so all the way back into the Cougar zone. As Thompson will take the draw against Boyd, and Thompson has it, but not cleared as this one covered up here by Troji. Well, a little more herky-jerky here in this third period. We've had A lot of long, flowing possessions here for both of these teams who've had several minutes in between whistles, and so far the first couple of minutes have been all whistles, but of course with the running time we have not had any stoppages really as this one's dumped in. This one back behind Julberg. This is Ankrum back behind the net. A centering pass goes right out front, but unable to line it up. Wistersill keeps it in now. Back behind the net is Cade Anderson. Ramirez back there as well. He's got the puck now. As this one held in the zone now by Lemaire, and now brought back out by Brock Larson. Wistersill controlling the puck. Well, has it tipped away from him, and Larson will drive one towards the net. And now played back out to center, and that's Wackman with it. And he'll dump it back in. Controlled here by Lemaire. 13:05 to play as this one will fly out. Well, before the game today, we had an opportunity to see some of the future stars for Centennial. We were watching I think they were probably like squirts maybe. And so this is what happens, the high octane action prior to the games as we get youth hockey in these arenas. And it was a lot of fun to watch that here before the game today. Of course, playoff games typically do not occur in home rinks. As this one tipped out in front, up top by Blair, but just a little high. Everything so different as Forga will bring it in. And that one off the side post. Forga nearly wrapped that around as Troji, and now that one fired wide. Spring Lake Park playing some decent offense here in the third period. They haven't gotten one to go, but they've had the better of the opportunities here in the third period. As this one is dumped in. Noble will play it, but not out as Blair coming across. Back behind the net. And that's tipped away and picked up now by Forga and cleared to the far side. Full change coming here from Spring Lake Park with 11:42 to play. Most of the Cougars change as well. Everything at the high seed for hockey and for basketball up until the state tournament, so depending on how far Centennial potentially could go. As Bartle, a shot and a goal. And so Bartle will get his third goal of the game. Second hat trick of the night for the Centennial Cougars. And we'll call that 5:53. We'll see what the official call is. Of course, with the clock running, it's hard to pinpoint the exact time, so we'll say unofficially 5:53 for Bartle. And now 8-0. And now 9-0. As a shot and a goal by Owen Van Tassel. And Van Tassel, we thought, had a goal earlier. They credited it to Bartle. And now Van Tassel gets his goal. So Van Tassel, his 17th. And we'll call that, well, 6:38, we'll say.
Scoring for Centennial at 5:42 of the third
5:42, they'll say for Bartle.
Third goal of the game, number 11, Henry Bartle. Assist to number 4, Brody Pass.
Pass will get his 4th point of the night. And Van Tassel was credited with the 2nd assist on that first goal of the third period.
42. Scoring for Centennial at 6:31 of the third period.
And 6:31 is
Number 18,
Van
Owen
Tassel
Tassel.
gets the goal there. That's an unassisted goal at 6:38.
Cougars unassisted goal at 6:38.
So some of these players starting to pile up some fairly large point totals. Van Tassel now with 3 points. Bartle with 3, make it 4 points on the night. Pass with 4 points on the night. And Carls, of course, with the hat trick. As this one out as Wackman has it halfway through this third period. Well, just shy of the halfway point, 8:50. Worcester still could not clear it. It's held in by Fritz. And now bringing it in is New Power. Leaving it out front, and that one might have clipped the post by Carls, looking for his 4th goal of the night. Worcester still keeps it in front. Now Carls. And Carls gets away from his man and into the corner. Now we're more than halfway home in the third. 8:15 to play. Worcester still keeps it in with the hand, and now off to the far side for Lemaire. And centering pass out front for Thompson, and Thompson couldn't get a stick on it. Across now for Lemaire. Centering pass tipped away. Picked up by Larson. And Larson will dump it in all the way down the ice. Full change coming for Spring Lake Park. 7:45 to play. Anderson will bring it in for Centennial. Out front, Ankrum couldn't hang it. Ankrum back behind the net. Now a centering pass for Hoylo. Shot knocked down. A rebound out front and just wide by Ramirez. And now picked up here again by Ankrum. A centering pass for Ramirez knocked away again. (9-0) Centennial. Hoylo keeping it in after it was in the pilot. Back behind the net for Ankrum. Now for Hoylo. Wrist shot just goes wide. Held in the zone again by Everson. Under 7 minutes now to play. And all the way down the ice, they'll wave the icing off. It has been a very clean game here with 6:40 to play in the third as Anderson gives it off now to Everson. And Everson, wrist shot just high. Ramirez. And now he gets checked from behind as the puck tipped around. Everson battling in the corner along with Forga. And Forga brings it out. And just as I bring it up, we will have our first penalty of the day. I'm particularly good at free throw shooting, Jinxes, but apparently I can do it with the penalties as well, as that was a pretty obvious one. Penalty is going to go against Centennial's number 34, Drake Ramirez, for tripping, I'm sure. So the first power play of the day for Spring Lake Park will come here with 5:45 to go in the third period. And that wrist shot goes high, and the clock continues to run. So this 2-minute power play is more like probably like a minute 15 when everything's said and done. Jacob Fritz with the wrist shot that goes into the netting.
Minor penalty has been assessed to Centennial's number 34, Drake Ramirez, 2 minutes for tripping.
Luick has it at the point now with 5:14 to play. Now off to Fritz. Luick now, and he can't handle the puck. A minute 20 to go on the power play. And that's covered up. And now a minute 14 remaining on the power play. The clock continues to run, and now under 5 minutes in game action. And now 1 minute remaining in the power play. Face-off won by Spring Lake Park as Wackman has it. Now off to Luick at the point. Fritz now sends it across, and a shot, and a great save by Troji. Best opportunity of the night for Spring Lake Park, and Troji turns it away. Fritz now walking in, has it taken away, and dumped back out to center, and all the way down the ice. Centennial will play, barring an epic collapse here in this one, they will play the Blaine Bengals, who defeated Osseo by a final score of 4-1 over at Fogarty Arena earlier today. Final 15 seconds of the power play here for Spring Lake Park, and Fritz brings it back out to center. We'll have that game here on North Metro TV via the live stream, as this one is shot and a goal as Jacob Fritz, the senior, getting his 11th goal of the year. And Spring Lake Park gets on the board here with 3.5 minutes to go. And so Spring Lake Park able to get on the board. Their 14th shot of the day lights the lamp. I believe that was a power play goal, but it was very, very close to being an even strength goal. And I did not see the time of that goal. Hopefully the PA can let us know here. 2.5 minutes to play in this one. Assume that he will announce it here as soon as we begin play.
Scoring for Spring Lake Park at 13:23 of the third period, number 23, Jacob Fritz. Assist to number 29, Blake Lewis, and number 13, Justin Boyd.
So Lewick and Boyd on the goal from Fritz at 13:23. And I believe that would make that an even strength goal. I think it was going to end at 13:15. So just after the power play expired, so officially an even strength goal. And so 9-1. Here comes Noble now. And a shot is on right there. And this time Troji makes the save. Big blast on the rebound by Larson. 90 seconds to play in this one, as we will have a third meeting this year between the Blaine Bengals and the Centennial Cougars, as Centennial has won both of those matchups. And we'll have a third matchup for all the marbles in the section tournament here. That'll be a 3 o'clock matchup on Saturday, as this is brought in by Larson. Wackman. 1 minute remaining in this one.
1 minute remaining in the third period. 1 minute.
That'll be part of a North Metro 15 quadruple header between games on TV and also live streamed and tape delayed as well. We'll have all three types of broadcast. This one in the far corner now, Centennial, is Anderson holding the puck. Now brought out in front. Ankrum couldn't quite get to it. Wister still keeps it in. Now Ankrum with it. 23 seconds to go as Ankrum tried to weave his way through the defense and now cleared as Lemaire will have it with 15 seconds to play. Lemaire still with the puck. 10 seconds now. Knocked away by Forga, and he'll wrap it around. This will go all the way down the ice. They'll blow the whistle for icing, but the clock's going to run out before the puck is dropped again. And the game has gone final as Centennial gets the win here tonight by a final of 9-1. Centennial with just 5 shots on goal in the third period for a 3-period total of 44. Spring Lake Park with 7 shots on goal in the third period for a 3-period total of 16. Big night offensively for Centennial. Bartle gets a hat trick. Charles gets a hat trick, as Bartle with 4 points on the night. Also Pass with 3 assists gets a 4-point night as well. And so Centennial a record of 14-4-1 now. Spring Lake Park, meanwhile, season comes to a close tonight with a record of 6-13. Once again, we'll have the Section 5 AA semifinal coming up Saturday afternoon. It's a 3 o'clock game right here at the Centennial Sports Arena, as it will be the number 3 seeded Blaine Bengals to take on the number 2 seeded Centennial Cougars. Always a good one, and that'll come on Saturday afternoon. You can watch that live on the North Metro TV website. With that, we'll wrap things up for tonight. Want to thank Rob Clark here running the camera work tonight. And always want to thank you, the fans, for watching. Without you, there's no reason for us, so we thank you for that. 9-1 Centennial as the Cougars move on to take on the Blaine Bengals on Saturday afternoon. For Rob here at the arena, I'm Nick Walsh signing off. Don't forget to stay positive and test negative. You've been watching high school hockey on North Metro TV. So long, everybody.